I'm not hysterical of storms, for I'm learning how to sail my boat. The legionnaire who trusts his path does not need to prove the other is wrong. Calm is reserved for those who are willing to pay its price. Courage isn't the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. An idol is an ordinary existent who finds the strength to persist and endure in malignancy of inviting obstacles. It doesn't take a maturity to prevail, but rather an irate, inexhaustible non-age, keen on setting campfires of freedom in the minds of men. Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to wrathfulness. Wrathfulness leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. The further you sweat in training, the less you bleed in battle. The true legionnaire is one who conquers themselves. Strength doesn't come from physical capacity. It comes from an insuperable will. I'm a dog face. I fight where I'm told, and I win where I fight. Soldiers aren't what you suppose of as soldiers. The legionnaire isn't someone who fights because no bone has the right to take another life. The legionnaire, for us, is the one who sacrifices himself for the good of others. No way give in. No way give in. No way, by nothing, great or small, large or petty, no way give in. Only those who'll risk going too far can conceivably find out how far one can go. I'm a dog face. I fight where I'm told, and I win where I fight. A wise man learns further from his adversaries than a fool from his musketeers. The topmost glory in living falsehoods, not in no way falling, but in rising every time we fall. The stylish way to prognosticate the future is to produce it. The idol and the sissy both feel the same thing, but the idol uses his fear, projects it onto his opponent, while the sissy runs. It's the same thing, fear, but it's what you do with it that matters. In the midst of chaos, there's also occasion. A true idol is not measured by the size of his strength, but by the strength of his heart. A strong man stands up for himself. A stronger man stands up for others. Frippery isn't the absence of fear, but action in the face of fear. Success isn't final, failure isn't fatal, it's the courage to continue that counts. The only easy day was history. Fortune favors the bold. No way intrude your adversary when he's making a mistake. You may not control all the events that be to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Don't supplicate for an easy life. Supplicate for the strength to endure a delicate bone. When you have to kill a man, it costs nothing to be polite. The stalwart don't live ever, but the conservative don't live at all. I'm a legionnaire, so that my son may be a trafficker, so that his son may be a minstrel. An idol is someone who has given his or her life to commodity bigger than oneself. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. The topmost armament against stress is our capability to choose one study over another. No bone saves us but ourselves. No bone can and no bone may. We ourselves must walk the path. The only limit to our consummation of hereafter will be our dubieties of moment. I would rather die on my bases than live on my knees. Soldiers aren't born, and they aren't made. Soldiers produce themselves through trial and error, pain and suffering, and their capability to conquer their own faults. Do not watch the timepiece. Do what it does. Keep going. To be yourself in a world that's constantly trying to make you commodity differently is the topmost accomplishment. The ultimate measure of a man isn't where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and contestation. Strength doesn't come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. When you go through rigors and decide not to surrender, that's strength. Our topmost glory isn't in no way falling, but in rising every time we fall. Icons get flashed back, but legends no way die. Success isn't the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. However, you'll be successful if you love what you're doing. The harder the conflict, the lesser the triumph. The only thing we've to sweat is sweat itself. It's not about the size of the canine in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the canine. Flashback that fear always lurks behind perfectionism. Defying your fears and allowing yourself the right to be mortal can, paradoxically, make you a far happier and further productive person.